Have you ever wondered what the truest, most unshakable love in the universe looks like? Not a fleeting feeling, or a promise that can be broken, but a love that pursues you even when you run, even when you fail, even when the world feels cold. This is the story of God's love. The kind of love that shaped the world, changed hearts, and continues to chase you today. It all begins long before you or I existed. In a garden, with two people, a choice, and a promise that would echo across time. Imagine a world where everything is perfect. No pain, no fear, no shame. Adam and Eve walked in this world, not alone, but with God Himself. Every tree, every flower, every bird, all part of a creation that reflected God's heart. God didn't just create them, He wanted relationship with them, to talk, to laugh, to enjoy life together. That was His love, not controlling, not distant, but present and personal. And then, the choice came. A moment of doubt, a moment of temptation. And suddenly, the world shifted. They disobeyed, and the consequences were real. Pain, shame, separation. But here's the first remarkable thing about God's love. He didn't abandon them, even in their failure. He clothed them. He spoke to them about hope, about a future. His love pursued them, even when they couldn't see it clearly. Think of a parent watching their child make a mistake. They may be heartbroken, even angry, but they still hold hope, still guide, still love. The world became violent and corrupt, yet God's love didn't give up. He chose Noah, a man of faith, and through him, preserved life. Imagine building an ark while the world scoffs at you. Imagine trusting God when nothing around you makes sense. God's love rescued not just Noah, but the future of humanity. A love that protects even when it seems impossible. Abraham was called to leave everything familiar, a land, a home, even the comfort of certainty. And God said, "Follow me, and I will make you a blessing to the world." He promised a son when Abraham and Sarah were too old to hope. He promised a future when all seemed lost. That is love that plans, love that sees beyond the present, love that believes in you when you cannot believe in yourself. Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery. He was betrayed, abandoned, forgotten, and yet God's love worked in secret, turning pain into purpose. Every hardship, every setback, every lonely night, God was weaving a story of redemption. Joseph would rise to save nations, and in the process, God's love showed. No act of hatred, no betrayal, no failure can outsmart the love that is working for you. Moses was called to free a people enslaved for generations, a task so enormous, so impossible, that he doubted himself every step of the way. But God's love wasn't just emotional, it was active. It led, guided, protected, and sustained them. Love sometimes looks like patience, sometimes like discipline, but it always looks like hope. Then came a moment that, honestly, changed everything. God Himself stepped into the world, not as a king in a palace, but as a baby, vulnerable, dependent, human. This was love taking form, love that is not distant or abstract, but real, tangible, and willing to enter our struggles. Jesus' life showed God's love in action, healing the sick, comforting the broken, forgiving the guilty. He touched lives that society had forgotten. He called out injustice, stood with the powerless, and welcomed those who were rejected. Imagine someone who walks into the hardest, loneliest parts of our world, not to judge but to love. That is Jesus. That is God's love, active, compassionate, radical. Ultimately, God's love was willing to pay the cost we could not. Jesus died for our sins. Every failure, every mistake, every rebellion, every act of selfishness, He took it upon Himself. This is not just a story. This is the ultimate demonstration of love. Love that gives, even when it hurts. Love that sacrifices everything for you. And then, hope, victory, life over death. God's love conquered what was impossible. It restored what was broken. It offered not just forgiveness, but new beginnings. This same love is available today. It is personal, it is powerful, and it is eternal. God's love is not just a story from long ago, it is present today. It comforts in pain, guides in uncertainty, and restores when we feel broken. Maybe you are facing loneliness, maybe fear grips your heart, maybe guilt won't let you rest. God's love is here, right now, pursuing you, just as it pursued humanity through every trial and every age. Take a moment. Imagine God's love reaching into your life. Imagine it forgiving, healing, and restoring. Imagine a love that never lets go. This is the greatest love ever told, a love that began before time, endured every trial, and continues to reach into our lives today. If this story of God's love touched your heart, consider subscribing to hear more stories that remind us of hope, faith, and joy. And comment below, how have you experienced a love that never lets go?